Nissan Palacio, who is one of the many persons who graced our presence this week at the first ever National Cybersecurity Symposium here in Belize. Of course, many of the participants who came, they came with stories, wonderful stories, and Nisan is no different. So Nisan, a part of your story is how you got here.
Yes. Currently I'm a born Belizean. I've been living in the U.S. for 10 plus years, and I work in cybersecurity. So I work across different industries within the U.S. and currently I'm within the power and energy industry doing cybersecurity. And when I heard that Belize was having their first ever cybersecurity symposium, that's something that I had to jump on real quick. I found that this is a topic that's not readily acceptable. People are not aware of cybersecurity. People don't know what cybersecurity is. I tried having this conversation 4 years ago with different people in the Belize industry, and there was no afterthought. People didn't care. So to be a part of a medium that brings together the broader Belizean community and discussing cybersecurity topics, that was more than enough for me to be a part of.
I imagine that coming and not knowing what to expect, and then coming to the first day and seeing the turnout, seeing all these seats filled. What was your impression?
I could not be more proud of my Belizean community. I mean, I see people from different industries, different environments, and to be quite honest, this was not what I expected. I thought this would have been an empty room and, the presenters would have been presenting to themselves, or the crowd would have been asleep, come midday. But everybody was pretty much well engaged, and the topics and the focus was general enough to start to get people to ask the question about cybersecurity and what do I need to do. So, it's very much scintillating to see how everything turned out on day one, and I'm just hoping that momentum carries on for the rest of the week.
Now, you were here for the first presentations.
Yes.
And during these presentations, we had speakers from different forums making their case and talking about their particular area. What stood out to you this morning?
Well, so I attend a lot of cybersecurity conferences in the U.S. So I've seen some of the U.S. speakers present in the U.S. My focus is more on the Caribbean and specifically Belize. So I'm wondering what the current impact is on cybersecurity within the region. There were a couple of speakers this morning that brought that Caribbean perspective of cybersecurity, and that was more interesting to me because the US and Belize are on two different playing fields. The US is very well mature, and they have more to go, way more to go in cybersecurity, when Belize and some other Caribbean countries are just starting. So to get the perspective of what other Caribbean countries are doing, the challenges that they have, the problems that they're facing, this is what I need to hear, because this is how I could then be a part of the problem solving and help Belizeans overall, answer that question.
Just knowing that you could just hop on a plane coming because this topic is so dear to you, and listening here today, what did you hear in terms of the challenges that we face in our region?
Yeah, so I heard that we're gonna have problems with collaboration, which is one of the key facets of cybersecurity. We need to collaborate and share intel with each other and with our government partners to combat cybersecurity on a whole. And it's been emphasized more than enough today that we need to have a trust and collaboration effort with everybody so that this is something that we can tackle more efficiently. I feel like once we get the right people in the room, the decision makers, the the legal representatives, and everybody coming together and understanding exactly the impacts of cybersecurity and what they can do about it, we would have a way more productive effort on spearheading this initiative. So
Having been here today, did you feel like we had that level of support in terms of the persons who came and the speakers? You know,
yes,
it's very important to
uh,
have political buy-in as well.
Oh yes, definitely. There were the very diverse crowd of people that was here. You had representatives from all over, from legal and private sector. This is a great start. You're getting the people involved and you're getting all in the room. What I'm envisioning after this is that this carries on after this symposium. These people are getting together and working on these frameworks and furthering the discussions that we're starting as a result of this symposium. So I feel like we definitely had a great mix of people. There's definitely more people that can be involved. Maybe they're not here because of their own time constraints or anything else, but with what's going on here and the recording, people can get involved and be a part of this and continue it forward.
What is your hope for the rest of the week?
The rest of the week is I'm just hoping we have more turnout, more Belizeans coming in, being a part of this effort, seeing all the great presentations that's going to happen, and that at the end of the day, people can say that they have a general awareness about cybersecurity, a general interest about it, and that they can take that and run with it because it affects everybody. This has been emphasized more than once today in the various presentations. So with everybody taking what they have learned as a result of the symposium of the 5 days, taking that to their individual jobs and environments and, you know, find a way to make this better for everybody.
One of the issues that we face when speaking of cybersecurity is, and you would have seen that today, where a lot of people think it's very technical, that it's not for them, they can't understand the issues.
Yeah.
How should we really be seeing cybersecurity?
Well, there's always the technical aspect of cybersecurity because without the technology, there would be no cybersecurity. But everybody plays a role in this because you have the regular mom and pop who still run their businesses. Maybe they don't even use computers in their store, but they may be impacted by a cybersecurity event to the point that they might not even realize it when it's too late. If they have banking that they, you know, take that store money and they save up all that money in their bank accounts and come to find out their bank account is empty, all their money has been stolen by some hacker, that's a cybersecurity event that impacted them. They might not see it in that way initially because cybersecurity, people always think, like you said, it's a technical term. I don't run any computers in my shop. I don't need you to secure anything for me. But we as individuals need to be aware of things that we can do to secure ourselves in our everyday activities, whether it's banking or just browsing the web and not wittingly be a part of cybercrime that's affecting other people. So,
Right. So going forward, what would be some of the initial steps? Because this is, I heard one of the speakers say today, don't try to eat the whole elephant at one time.
yes, right, that's true.
So how do we get started given where we are? I mean, the conversation is a great start.
Yes.
But how do we move from here to the next step?
So yeah, like you said, this is a great start. This symposium is a great start. We need more of this. We don't want this momentum to die down, and we don't want to just have this discussion once a year or once every 2 years. There needs to be somebody spearheading efforts to bring this community together more often than not and have furthering these discussions, making progress on the prior objectives that were set from the last meeting you've been to. You know, making sure that every conference you attend, every meeting you go to, it's in an effort to build on the last one you've attended. If it's to start a new framework and collaborate with partners to strengthen that framework and build that framework and get it produced so that you can pass it out to the general population, take it step by step, making sure you're in collaboration with the right people and just one step at a time.
Right. So I'm sure those steps will be coming. And
Yes.
you having been here, coming all the way from the States to be a part of this, I'm sure that you plan to stay engaged.
Of course, of course. You know, it makes me nothing but proud to know that this is something that Belize has embarked on, and I would be more than happy to be a part of this initiative. I can help wherever I need to. And share my experience and understand some of the challenges Belize might have, because my perspective is merely US based. So I'm not sure if everything that all my skill set and my perspective would be readily translatable to what's happening here in Belize. So it's an opportunity for me to also learn about the challenges here in Belize and how I can find opportunities to solve those challenges here, knowing what I know.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you for taking the time out to sit with us today.
Yes,
and
definitely.
for even being here for the first ever National Cyber Symposium.
Yeah, hey, I'm here for the first one. If there's a second one, third one, I'll be here for it.
Thank you for joining us.